What's up all you Pride Month loving dudes and dudettes, ToyShiz here, and today I have a very special video just for you. It is my list of the very best top 10 action figures of 2018 so far, and I know we're only into June. We've had a slew of terrific companies, terrific action figures. Everyone is just absolutely killing it. It is so refreshing to just be a collector in this day and age, especially now. Man, everyone's killing it. I'm loving it. I love going in the store and just seeing everything on the shelves. It is such a blast. I can't even tell you. Anyways, basic criteria for the list is I have to own it, and I'm looking at the very embodiment of everything as a whole, as you know, what the figure comes with, accessories, the sculpt, the look, the paint, all that kind of stuff. Is it truly just the best of the best that we've gotten so far this year? So, without further ado, let's kick it off. Let's start with number 10. And just like that, the Spirit of Vengeance jumps onto my list with the Hasbro Marvel Legends. For lack of a better term, we're just going to call them the Legendary Riders series, but you all know what we're talking about. It is the GHOSTRIDER action figure that they came out with, and it is magnificent. I absolutely love this figure, and I realize that this is a repaint, a lot of reuse, especially with the action figure itself. However, I will say that the paint job that they did on the skull, the flame effects, I really like the blue, the accents that they put on the costume. They overall they nailed Ghost Rider and how he basically first appeared. The motorcycle itself, it's a nice amalgamation of all the different iterations that you've kind of seen of Ghost Rider over the years. Sure, I would have liked to have seen the classic motorcycle, like how he first appeared on the first issue of his comic book. But he's got, the chain whip that's on fire. You can put it like he's riding around. He just displays well. I appreciate that most of the flame effects come off of the bike, even though one of them on the back doesn't. But as a overall look at the figure, does this really cement the fact that you have almost a perfect Ghost Rider action figure? I mean, the guy has his motorcycle. You really can't have Ghost Rider without his motorcycle. They absolutely nailed it. Hasbro, well done with this one. From the sculpt to the paint. I know a lot of people said like their paint was a little choppy here and there. Mine came out fantastic, but I gotta tell you, they used that box packaging, the open box window packaging, and it looks filled. It looks like you're getting a lot for your money. There's no empty space. The bio on the back, full color pictures, just, man, hands down, this is a perfect Ghost Rider figure, and that is why he is on my top 10 list so far this year. Rip roaring next onto my list, it's the Hasbro Power of the Primes Transformers Hunger, and that's with 3 R's in case you were wondering. Anyways, this is the old school Terracon come back to life, and he is magnificent. I love the transformation, especially for an old dude like me. God dang, these things are not easy to do, and I so appreciate the simplicity of his transformation. Flip open the heads, those are his feet. He kind of rotates down, does a little bit of a Starscream thing, and bingo bango, you have Hunger, and he is amazing. It's one of those Transformers I just like to display in his like Double Dragon mode. He looks fantastic. His robot mode is great, but I'm just saying, man, this brings back a lot of nostalgia for me. I love it. I definitely recommend him. He was a little bit hard to find, apparently. I was lucky enough to find him early. Hopefully, you can hit a little bit more. He came out with Elita 1 in the second wave, so if you can get him, definitely grab him. Go get yourself a Hunger. I love seeing that name. And you will not be disappointed. Snapping his way next onto my list is the Disney Store and also Disney Theme Park exclusive, the Marvel Select Thanos action figure. And this is quite a marvelous Thanos, I have to say. Now, truth be told, old school Thanos, Marvel Select, the big bulky dude that came with Lady Death, that will always be my Thanos. However, this figure, with all the Thanos and everything else hitting because of Infinity War, they absolutely nailed it in the sculpt, in the paint. The articulation is just the right amount. He stands and displays magnificently on your shelves. I cannot recommend him enough. He just looks mighty. He looks powerful. He looks everything ever been imposing as Thanos should look. You have to get this figure. He's going to set you back, I think around 25, 30 bucks, which is not a big deal. And he will be more readily available. He's kind of been in and out, you know, because of the excitement over Infinity War. However, he will be back in stores soon enough. And I cannot, like I said, recommend this figure enough. You got to put him. He displays well with Marvel Legends. He's the perfect size. Man, this figure just rocks. Go get him. Scaring his way next onto my list, you have the brand new McFarlane Toys Netflix original Stranger Things action figure, Lucas Sinclair. Now say that all in one go. Anyways, I did a review, you know, really quick thing on this figure about a month or two ago. I picked him up from Toys R Us when they were starting to put clearance out, but they are still getting new stock. Couldn't say no. I'm a big fan of the McFarlane Toys Stranger Things line. I think they are great. Kind of off to a rocky start a little bit with the paint with 11 and then Chief Hopper, but they really nailed home Lucas. The face print tech, the accessories he comes with, the sculpt, I mean the clothes and just everything. The figure is like just a spot-on likeness to the actor Caleb McLaughlin. It's amazing. It's amazing what McFarlane Toys can do. I know a lot of people say, oh, the articulation is kind of here and there. It's more like a statue. But, you know, to be honest with you, with figures and stuff like this, you don't really need a ton of articulation. You just need the figures to look fantastic, and you know what? McFarlane totally delivers. And I'm really just happy to have him on my shelf. I'm going to be quite honest with you. If you have been on the fence about these figures at all, just take my word. You will not be disappointed by them. They're going to look so fantastic when they're all together. The rest of the figures are coming later this year. And also they're doing a really cool GameStop exclusive with all the kids in their Ghostbusters uniforms from Season 2. So I will definitely be picking that up, plus the Demogorgon. And yeah, it's a great line. Well done, McFarlane Toys. Can't say enough nice things. Nostalging their way onto my list, we have the brand new Hasbro Power of the Primes Transformers Dinobots. And yes, you're probably going to say, well, wait a minute, ToyShiz, you said this is going to be the top 10 list. Why are you putting 6 and 1? Well, I'll tell you what, they absolutely nailed it, and I count the Dinobots as one because they are every single one of them, fantastic figures. These guys got me back into Transformers, have me collecting Power of the Primes like no other, and I am simply loving it. You have the original leader, Grimlock, you've got Dinobot Slug, you've got Dinobot Swoop, Snarl, Slash, and Sludge, and they are just amazing figures. They are so reminiscent of the ones that came out in 1980. It is ridiculous. The articulation, the sculpt, these are the perfect figures to put and just leave them as the Dinobots. They're fantastic. You know exactly who they are. You don't need to transform them. They're amazing. Oh man, I absolutely love these. Man, the nostalgic factor, I can't bring that up enough. They're so cool. They're so much fun to transform. They're so easy to do. And like I said previously with Hunger, you got to make it easy. All right, man. You can't have it too complicated or else I'm not going to know what to do. The only downside, and if you want to call it that, I don't know. It just really has no interest to me. It's all the Dinobots combined now into a super being called Volcanicus. He's a little choppy, a little bit Michael Bay-ish, if you ask me. They could have maybe instituted a few more parts here and there. Not going to lie. I do know that there are third-party people out there doing all kinds of crazy sets and add-ons, so definitely check those out if you can. And from what I've seen, they make Volcanicus look amazing. If you have a chance to pick up the Dinobots, they are out now. They're kind of going fast in and out. They're part of Series 1, Series 2. You will be able to get all 6. We are already heading into Series 3 already, or I should say Wave 3 rather. But if you want them, go get them. Can't say enough nice things. You have to have these on your shelf. Punking his way next onto my list is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Lizard Build-A-Figure Wave Spider-Punk. And I absolutely love this toy. He is so cool. He embodies like just the punky, cool, hip nature that I used to love. Well, I still love, you know, with my music. You know what I mean? He even has a little bit of a MXPX tribute on his jacket. He's got the Converse tennis shoes, the tattered vest. He's got the spikes on his head, man. This is one cool figure and one cool design. And the best part about it is he comes with a guitar pick hand to strum his guitar. Don't ask me what kind of guitar it is. I'm not that fancy. But I will tell you that it fits perfectly. He looks great, and he's going to rock the heck out of your detolf if you put this figure on your shelf. Can't say enough nice things. What are you doing? Why are you still listening to this? Go get yourself a Spider-Punk. Next up, the terror that flaps in the night, the scourge that pecks at your nightmares. It is the Funko Toys Disney Afternoon line Darkwing Duck, and I cannot tell you how much I love this figure. If you collected the old Playmates toys from the 90s, which I did, man, and you watched the cartoon, which I did, you better have this figure on your shelf. From the sculpt to just it's just so fantastic. The colors pop. The likeness is spot on. It's so much fun. It's so finally just cool to have a figure from Darkwing Duck, and I hope Funko produces more. Now there is a kind of like a mid-transformation Negaduck, and he's kind of like a chase figure, so I'm gonna have to be hunting him down. Hopefully I can find it in store, but if, you know, Amazon worst comes to worst, I can always probably grab it there. It's a little bit more expensive. This guy, you know, he was a little hard to find in stores. I did have to get him off Amazon myself. I guess he was kind of missing from the initial waves that they sent off to Target and GameStop and all that kind of stuff. So oddly enough, worst came to worst, grabbed him off Amazon. So happy I did. Looking to get all my old Playmates toys back as we speak. Man, I sold them all at a garage sale. Oh my god. I think back at that now and I cringe. Anyways, if you don't have this figure, if you love Darkwing Duck, if you like the Disney Afternoon, you gotta get him for your detolf. He will stand out and just be so rad sitting on your shelf. Next up on my list is the #1 figure I've wanted since I saw it at SDCC last year. This is the HASBRO Star Wars The Black Series DEWBACK with the SANDTROOPER. Amazing. Just so cool. I love the creatures, the aliens, the droids. You give me those all day with Star Wars and I will collect them. And let's be honest, I'm going to collect them regardless. You give me stormtroopers or Imperial officers, Luke, Han, Leia, every single type of garb or costume. You got me, Hasbro. I'll admit that right here and there. But you gave me a DEWBACK with a SANDTROOPER, and I love it. This has always been one of my favorite, just overall creatures, iterations, you know, mashups between just Stormtrooper and DEWBACK, I guess, for lack of a better term. However, the articulation on the thing is amazing. It is a reissued Stormtrooper, but it just fits so well. He comes with a... I forget the name. I'm sure if somebody wants to correct me in the comments, but you know, it's the Lance thing. He's got his backpack. He does fit quite well in the DEWBACK. The DEWBACK has fantastic articulation, but the coolest part about it, his mouth opens and closes, and he has mad tongue articulation in case you just want to get in there for whatever reason. Anyways, this guy will set you back about $60, and he has been kind of few and far between, not gonna lie, but Target seems to be getting them quite regularly. Walmart, not far behind, and I'm sure you can order him off Amazon, no problemo at all. If you don't have this figure, if you are a Star Wars fan, just in general, I cannot recommend this guy enough. You have to have him. It's just such a conversation piece, displays well, looks so amazing on the shelf. Go out, get yourself a DEWBACK and SANDTROOPER right now. Web swinging his way onto my next spot is the... and I'll admit, this is my very first foray, but it will probably not be my last. I finally made the jump, thanks to many of you collectors out there, giving me that extra little, do it. Just spend that extra little bit of money. Let's do it. And you guys are wonderful for it. I have the MEZCO for what I call him, the 1/12 scale Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man, and I love this figure. From the accessories to the stand, the cloth goods, the articulation, it is so much fun to pose this figure around. It's amazing. And I'll admit, I'm not one of those dudes that kind of poses figures around. Usually they sit on a shelf and bingo bango, you are good to go. I don't take a lot of toy photography. Yeah, leave that to you guys. But in this sense, it's so much fun. Just pose him, put him into different, like, just Spider-Man ways, and it's a lot of fun. It comes with webbing. Marvel Legends, Hasbro, if you're listening, what's up? I know we got a couple figures coming. You're finally getting to it, but I'm just saying, where is the webbing for Spider-Man? It's Spider-Man. Come on. Even Toy Biz back in the day, even, you know, Superpowers line, everything, Kenner, they used to always give Spider-Man some sort of webbing. Let's get webbing. Just, you can do it. The hands pop off anyways. You guys can figure it out. We can get some web thwipping action. You know you can do it. If MEZCO can do it, and do it very well, mind you, Hasbro, just get on it, okay? That's all I'm going to say. But we're talking about MEZCO here. I cannot say enough nice things about this figure. Like I said, he's going to set you back a little bit of cash, but it's so well worth it. It's a great jumping off point if you've been kind of on the fence to get MEZCO'd. I love it. Can't recommend him enough. Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man. Go and pick him up right now. Now, before I get to my #1 spot, I just want to say, again, thank you to everyone who always supports ToyShiz, supports what I do, always talks toys with me. I very, very much appreciate that. That means the absolute world to me, that you guys would actually come to me for any type of news, advice, reviews, anything like that. Can't not thank you enough. You guys mean the absolute world to me. You guys are fantastic. I have the best followers ever, and I got lots more coming your way. We're just getting into San Diego Comic-Con. It is going to be a madhouse of information, and let me just say, you are going to be in for some quite a bit of treats when it comes to all these different companies, because, like I said, everyone's killing it, and everybody has some rad stuff coming out. You have no idea. However, again, before we get to the #1 spot, I do have a few honorable mentions that I want to get to. #1 being Hasbro Marvel Legends Gwenpool. Fantastic accessories, so much fun to pose, such a great just figure for your collection. You can have her take photos and all that cool stuff. It's amazing. Can't recommend her enough. #2 would be the Hasbro Transformers, the movie Grimlock that came out. It's a great figure. It's a little, like I say, full of holes in some areas. He looks better in certain angles and things like that. Does not take away from a fantastic design and an overall fantastic action figure. It looks awesome on my desk. Everyone always asks, you know, like, what is that? Like, that's ridiculous. You know, he's so spiky and like dangerous and just menacing. But it's Grimlock, and that, you know, I mean, there's only room on this list for one Dinobot, and I had to go the classic 1980s route. However, if you want a really cool, and I can't believe I'm saying this about a Michael Bay movie, let's just scratch that altogether. But if you want a cool looking Grimlock, definitely pick up this figure. He's awesome. Now, I know what you're saying. #3 on my list. Wow, another Hasbro action figure? And the answer is yes. This is the Marvel Legends Deadpool Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Wave Cable. Huge fan of Cable, the 90s Deadpool, all that good stuff. It was a toss-up between the 90s Deadpool or Cable. We've already had plenty of Deadpools. Let's throw poor Cable on the list. The likeness to just the comic book art by Rob Liefeld is astounding. From the, you know, spark effect in his eye to his techno-organic virus arm, the patches, the belts, everything. He's locked and loaded. He has giant guns. Man, this is a fantastic Cable figure. Now, with those out of the way, let's get to #1. All right, here it is. #1 is the massive, the humongous, the colossal Mattel Toys T-Rex from the new Jurassic World line. I love this figure. I love the massive size of him. Along with the entire wave, if you want to just throw the entire just Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, what they're doing with the Target exclusives, the old schoolness, the Kenner vibes, they're killing it. Mattel, you made collecting dinosaurs fun again. The sculpts are amazing. The figures fit into a Jeep. The Jeep Wrangler from Jurassic Park the movie, which is a Target exclusive, by the way, is amazing. I have had so much fun just playing with these, getting them into poses, putting them on my shelf, man, they're so cool. The massive colossal T-Rex, you can put like 85 figures down its throat. That's a little bit of a dramatic thing, but I'm just saying, like, you can actually stuff action figures and just you pop him out of his butt flap thingy, you know what I mean? Like, that's fun. And I'm sure, like, so many people with kids have told me, like, they are killing it. The kids love dinosaurs again, and that's the best part. I cannot stress enough, if you are just even on the fence a little bit, you know, get the Jeep Wrangler, get the Dr. Grant, the Robert Muldoon, get the classic characters that you know from Jurassic Park. Heck, if you like Jurassic World, you know, grab the Star-Lord character. We all know what his name is. He's from Parks and Rec, whatever, you know. No, I'm just kidding, but I digress. It's so much fun. There's so much fun to see him on the store shelves. Like, wow, I never saw that dinosaur. Wow, that's the Mosasaurus. Incredible. Just, Mattel, I cannot say enough nice things about what you are doing with the line. You know, when you get the line from a company that you think would handle it well, and then you just take it to another level, that is the best thing ever. You should be commended. You're killing it. Kids are interested in collecting. I was in the toy aisle the other day, and a little kid said, man, I'm trying to find the Dilophosaurus. A little kid is talking about a Dilophosaurus. Do you know how long it's been since I've heard any type of like dinosaurs? Since I talked about dinosaurs? It's amazing. You guys, just high five, hands around, round of applause. You deserve it. Thank you so much. You're making every collector's day, I think, you know, and that completes the list. You made it. Thank you so much. All 10 action figures that I feel are the best of the best for 2018 so far. There are so many. I know I just did, you know, a few honorable mentions. There's probably at least 15 more to go on that list, but I don't want to bore you, and it might save a list for me later on. Hint, hint. Anyways, if you like this video, please tell me why. What do you want to see more from me? Do you like what I did with this? Do you like my opinions? I need to know. I need your feedback, so comment below. What was your favorite from the list? Did any of your favorites make it to the list? Would you have liked to see something different? And I know you would have, so come at me. Let me talk toys with you. Let's hear what you guys would have put on your top 10 list. And to everyone out there who wants to make their own, I'm challenging you guys. Make your own top 10 lists, even if it's on Instagram. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not going to call out anyone specifically, just in case they don't have the time or anything else like that. But I challenge each and every one of you, if you have the time, you know, maybe you're just doing it one night, take 10 photos of your favorite figures, post them on Instagram. Doesn't have to be anything special. Make your own YouTube channel. Make your own videos. That's fantastic too. I'm here to promote creativity, and I want to see your guys' list, because nothing is cooler than a list show. And if you ask Toy Galaxy, I'm sure he'll agree as well, because dang, he is killing it with those shows. You hear me? You're killing it, my friend. Anyways, I'll leave you guys to that. Thank you so much. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at ToyShiz. Email me anytime, toyshiz@gmail.com. I cannot wait to bring you even more news later this week. It is going to be bonkers for Comic-Con. I cannot wait. I'll talk to you guys all soon. Adios.